Hi everybody, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm Tanya, a doctor, lawyer turned homeschool mom of 3 kids ages 9, 6, and 4. If you are interested in videos about secular homeschooling, raising a child with ADHD, and living a more intentional, essentialist lifestyle, you have come to the right place. So be sure to hit that subscribe button below so that you don't miss any videos like this. In this series, I'll be doing short and sweet reviews of different types of curricula instead of going over all the curricula that we're using for any particular subject, so that you guys don't have to waste any time. In this video, I'll be going over Maps, Charts, and Graphs Level C, titled Communities. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos about maps, charts, and graphs, you know that I really do appreciate the series and I really like them. This is the one that we used last year for my son in 2nd grade. These books are all fairly slender, as you can see, and I really appreciate that about them. If you look in the back, this book has about 30 lessons, so if you did one a week, you would be done by the end of the year. You could double up for a year, it's really up to you. Or you could do a geography focus month and just use it all in 1 month. But they are short and sweet and focused and very much to the point. So lesson 1 starts off really simply. In general, every single level starts off with the first 5 or 6 lessons being a little bit of a review. Do you understand what a map is? Do you understand how to read a map? Do you understand what a map key is, etc.? I really enjoy that this series includes all color pictures and is really quite beautiful. So it shows you like early maps, it shows you a view of Jupiter, and it goes through both handwritten questions, as you saw on this page, as well as a lot of multiple choice. Another feature that I really like about this series is that they don't dumb it down. In general, in every series of multiple choice questions, they will have a couple that are a little bit tricky, that if you did not read the section for the lesson, you might have a little difficulty with the question. And that is something that I think is a really good skill to teach children, that it is important to read the section beforehand. You can't just go ahead and do the lesson. Some of the things that they have are actually reading the map and circling and drawing lines on the map so that you can show understanding. They go over compass rose and how to do directions. They show various different types of maps as well as map keys, so that gives them a good idea of how different maps are laid out and what it may be important in a different map. For example, here they're working more on directions in a city, about how to get through different streets, how you give someone directions like go west on First, etc. Here you have reading and comparison maps. I generally will hand them the answer key and they can review their errors. So here I knew there was some lesson 11 errors and we hadn't had a chance to go over it, so I simply wrote down before he started lesson 12 that he had to go and make sure which one was right. And we tend to work on a mastery basis in our homeschool, so usually as soon as he does the page, I go over it with him just to make sure that we understand what we're talking about. And we don't really do grades or anything, but if you did, this would be an easy book to use because 1, it's so well contained, 2, they include an answer key. Here there's some silly mistakes and stuff, but like I said, they are very particular when they talk about scale, etc. It is not a dumbed down book. There aren't really easy answers. Like some of the numbers they'll use in scale are very close together, like 16 and 12 miles, so you really have to understand math. And I appreciate this because it's teaching them from real maps. So you generally have, when they show a geographical map, like something that actually teaches them something about the area. They have highway maps here. They have borders and boundaries, land features, following a route, solving problems with maps. So there's different questions like what would be the best route. There's often different questions that ask them to infer or analyze a situation based on the map, which is good. There's pictographs, bar graphs, and in general all the levels end this way, where they'll have a series of different types of graphs or pictures that they have to analyze. So circle graphs and tables, as well as diagrams. So here you have a volcano. The other thing I like about the way this book teaches graphs and diagrams is that they'll generally pick something that is educational. So instead of just picking a diagram of, I don't know, something that is pointless, they'll actually do something like inside a volcano. So it's a double whammy in terms of learning something. You're not only learning how to read the chart, but you're learning about something at the same time, which is nice. So if you're looking for a geography supplement, I really do recommend Maps, Charts, and Graphs because they are very contained, particularly if you're a homeschooler who doesn't like a lot of busy work and a lot of workbook pages, etc. And they are well worth the money. I've seen them on sale from anywhere from $7 to about $12 depending on the level. I have the levels from A to H and fully intend on using all of them with all of my kids. For the time the children put into these books, they get a lot out of them, which is basically what I'm looking for in curricula, because we like to save room to do a lot of other things like geography tea time and eat all our snacks from our Universal Yums boxes, etc. So I really do recommend these. As always, you guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you for spending some of it with me. And please let me know what kind of resources you enjoy using. Again, this is Maps, Charts, and Graphs Level C, and we used it in 2nd grade. Thanks so much, and I wish you the very best day.